So if you ask me that kind of questions, basically I would say no, because we are all different. Experience, qualities, proficiency, and even qualifications. So what kind of qualifications you have? Excellent, good, or acceptable? And about the proficiency. So it's a pity that many graduates are unemployed nowadays because they cannot apply what they study at university into the job. That is a fact. And one more thing about experience. So I think most of the company require at least 2 years experience. That's too hard for a newcomer, for a graduate, and especially your experience must be relevant to your job. That's much harder. And the last thing, quality. So when you have an interview, the interviewer might ask you those kinds of questions. For example, could you tell me about yourself? So you can share about your background, abilities, talents, or something like that. And then they keep asking you, so what are you doing in what you like to do in your free time? So you could say reading books because I want to improve my knowledge. Okay, but be careful with those kinds of questions because when you say that, if I were your interviewer, I will ask you, so could you tell me about the book you have read? So if you don't read that book actually, even you can tell them the name of the book, but you cannot tell them about its content. So I think the candidates shouldn't tell lies. So one of the most significant, you have to be sincere. So maybe you have to show something comes from your heart. And I think most of interviewers will be attracted or fascinated by your sincerity. Yeah, I suppose so. If you ask me how I feel disappointed, frustrated, because we all try to get a good job. So that's why we make a lot of efforts before coming to the interview. So when we fail, I think we lose time, and it's a big letdown. But to my mind, I will get better by looking at my CV one more time. Yeah. So I must find out the mistake I made, and then I correct them. I correct myself because I need to be better in the next interview, right? So you can find out other opportunities in maybe different places. It doesn't matter. It's not a big deal. But If you stop or you give up and you change the career path, so it means you take up maybe some kinds of job you don't like. So I think we shouldn't do that, really. Because I remember one story. So I watched Paris by Night maybe a couple of years ago. And I still remember the conversation between the MC Kỳ Duyên and the Vietnamese multi-millionaire, Mr. Chính Du. So he told that he used to found many interviews when he came to the US. So at that time, he wrote 9 CV and submitted to 9 companies, all found. So then he realized that this job is a treasure, a place maybe you can find out something valuable. So the higher requirements there are, the more opportunities you can get. So he kept moving forward, and now he's successful. He is one of the top financial advisors in the US. Really, really cool. Really brilliant. So, before you stop, I want you to attempt to do something better. You correct yourself and you try, maybe you experience from your failures, and every time you fall down and you stand up and you get stronger. So that's I think. Và bây giờ sẽ đến lượt các bạn. Tôi sẽ đặt lại 2 câu hỏi và sẽ có một số cái từ vựng mới đó mà các bạn có thể sử dụng trong cái bài nói của tôi vừa rồi. Và các bạn cũng có thể thử trả lời xem là chúng ta sử dụng được những cái từ vựng đó hay không. Nào, check it out.